Alright, sorry for the awkward angle. Right now I'm filming on my camera. Need to get a smaller one though. I've got the Canon EOS Rebel T3i, so it's like this big camera and it's really awkward to like hold it in my hand and video myself. So today I'm gonna be doing a makeup declutter because I've got way too much makeup.
No one can have too much makeup.
This is true, but I need room for more makeup, so I need to get rid of my old makeup. Before I do that though, I'm just gonna make some lemon water. Stay hydrated, kids. It's the summer. So I realized whenever I was making my water, I said it's summer. And I forgot I'm not in Texas anymore. I'm in Illinois, so it's actually still winter. Let's get on to the declutter. So this is my entire makeup collection. This is everything that we're going to sort through and declutter. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so first we're going to start out with all of my eye makeup stuff. And hopefully we can declutter a few of that. Okay, so we'll start here. I use my Modern Renaissance palette like all the time, even though it's still in the box. I just keep that so that the velvet looks nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one, set that off to the side. The next one I'll do is this Revlon. Oh, it's broken. Okay, I'm definitely gonna declutter this because for one, I haven't used this in forever and it's broken. First declutter. Okay, next I'll do my Urban Decay palette. I don't really use this one that much, but I love the mirror in it, so I'm going to keep it for one more season. I'll go ahead and do this Huda, or Huda, however you pronounce that. I love this one, and I actually just recently got this one not too long ago, so I'm going to keep that. Okay, this hashtag Slay palette, I've literally never used it at all. Not once. I bought it because online it looked like that orange color was like super orangey, and I was going to use it with my Modern Renaissance palette, but it's actually, whenever it's swatched, more of a coral color. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. Alright, all three of these are all Maybelline colors. I've had this one forever, and then these two are relatively new. I am going to keep all three of these because in another video I'm going to be doing a all Maybelline collection on my face, so these for a later date. Oh my god. Let me just throw them. Okay. Next, I will do this one, the Ulta Beauty. I got this one as a gift from buying so much makeup because obviously I have a problem. And I've literally never used it, so I'm gonna declutter this. Alright, moving right along. I have got another Naked palette. It's the Naked Basics. If I can open it. I used to use this one a lot. Recently I haven't, but it's just like the perfect nudes.
We'll hold all these up for the camera because you can't see them very well.
I think I'm gonna keep this one. Okay, hold on, let me... Okay, and the next palette we're gonna do is my Lorlac Pro Matte palette. And I actually get a lot of wear out of this, and even though it's like an eyeshadow palette, I use this chocolate color in my eyebrows sometimes, just depending on the look that I'm looking for. So I'm definitely going to keep this one. Alright, moving right along, the Bronx Colors Check and Mate pocket set. Never used it before, so definitely gonna declutter this. Okay, then my Smashbox palette. I don't use this very much anymore, but this is honestly my favorite palette from Smashbox, so definitely keeping this. Probably get more wear out of it in the summertime. And this is actually a palette that I was working on building my own from Ulta. And I haven't quite decided what I want to do with this because I've actually got 2 other colors that have never been opened because they broke. They came to me shattered as all get out. And I don't know what I want to do about it. Because they were going to go right in here, and then I was going to get like a gold color to go there. So we will just have to wait and see. For now, I'm going to keep all of these. And if I don't fix these by probably August, and I don't finish putting palette in this, probably just going to declutter the whole collection. Alright, moving along, I'll go ahead and do these next. I actually just recently found these in my collection. One of them is by NYX, Sephora, and Real Colors. I am definitely going to keep this one. Golds are like my vibes right now. So, the NYX color in Lavish is going to be kept. This blue color, I'm obsessed with it. It's glittery and it looks like it's only been used a couple of times. So I'm definitely going to keep this. As for this Real Colors, it's a powder. It's a loose powder in the color black. And I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't like it. Alright, and then the last palette that I've got for the eyes is this ColourPop. It's the palette Mile High. And these are all really beautiful colors, but I never use them. So I'm going to just go ahead and declutter these. Alright, moving along, I have got these. I have 4 of the jumbo eye pencils from NYX. I have an Ulta Beauty eye primer, and then I also have a Revlon eye primer. I never use this Revlon eye primer, so I'm going to just go ahead and declutter that. And I never use this Ulta Beauty eye primer either. It's nice. It's this really beautiful blush tint color, but I just don't like the way it feels on the eye. And these I'm keeping. These 3 are all white shades, and then this one is a lavender. I use all 3 of these as primers, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep them. Okay, so moving along to the eyeliner. I am obsessed with this NYC high definition liquid eyeliner. I use it virtually anytime I use eyeliner, so I'm definitely keeping this. And then I used to be really into the gel eyeliners, and that's what this is by L'Oreal. I'm going to keep this one just because it's a great base if I'm going to do a really dark night out type of eye. As for these 3 pencils, I have a Wet n Wild Color Icon in a violet purple shade. Then I also have a Wet n Wild Color Icon in a black shade. And I have this Ulta Beauty double-sided eyeliner in plum and black. And I'm going to go ahead and declutter all 3 of these and both of my pencil sharpeners. I don't care for the pencil eyeshadow or eyeliners. And then I have this miniature brow wiz by Anastasia in the shade dark brown. I'm definitely keeping. Okay, then I have these. They are all 3 mascaras. Honestly, I'm not really sure which one I like the best. I've got an Ulta Beauty Maximum Lash. I have the Roller Lash by BH, and then I have Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm gonna keep the Benefit and the Too Faced, but I'm gonna go ahead and declutter the Ulta Beauty one. Alright, next up I have these 2 little things. One of them is an Origins Mineral Enriched Night Cream, and then the other one is a Power Serum. I'm going to go ahead and keep these both. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and get into all of my highlights and stuff like that. First off, I've got this Maybelline Brightening Concealer, just because of the simple fact that I'm going to be doing a Maybelline full face. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. It's in the shade Light Medium, and this is definitely not brightening enough on my skin because my my foundations and stuff tend to range from light and medium. So I'll go ahead and keep this one just for the sake of the video. Then I have this Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Light. And I'm going to go ahead and keep this one because this one brightens up a lot on me. Okay, then I have my 2 Maybelline foundations. I have a Liquid Matte Poreless, and then I have a Shine Free and Balance stick. I'm going to go ahead and keep both of these, depending on what kind of look I'm going for or the weather outside, depends on which one I use. So I'm going to keep these both. Alright, then I have an extremely used Coverall pressed powder in the shade Fair. I will use this as a setting powder for concealer if it's not brightening enough. It used to have a brush with it, but I've had this for so long and I've used it so much that I have no clue whatsoever where the brush went. So I'm going to keep this. Next up is my favorite concealer, my favorite highlighter ever. And I'm not opening this up because it's actually broken, but it is the Mary Lou Manizer by The Balm Cosmetics, and I'm definitely keeping this. Even though it's broken, it's still my all-time favorite. Then I have this trio from Bare Minerals. I don't use this very much anymore. Whenever I was in the army, I used to use the highlighter a lot since it was a very natural looking highlighter. But now that I can wear any poppin' highlighter that I want, I don't really have a use for this anymore. So I'm going to declutter this. Alright, next up is my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I did not get this in a light enough shade, and sometimes it just makes my foundation look very cakey. But just for the sake of wanting to use this as a powder foundation, and because of the brand that it is, I'm going to keep this. Alright, next up I have 3 ColourPop highlighters. I love the formula on them all, but I never use them. So I'm going to declutter all 3 of these. And lastly, I have this Ulta Beauty Bronzing and Highlighting Kit. I used it a little bit and they're really nice colors, but I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. Alright, moving on to my massive lipstick collection, which I will link below. My 2 lipstick collection videos that I posted, one was red and then the other one was nude, but since then I've gotten a lot more lipsticks and decluttered a few of them, so this is what we're left with. First off, I have a lipstick primer that I never use at all. I think it tastes disgusting and it makes my lips look chapped. So, decluttering this. Next up, I've got 3 beautiful purples. I'm keeping all 3 of these. One of them is an Urban Decay Vice, and it is just a beautiful shade of purple. So I have to keep that one. Then another one is a Smashbox, and it's more like a reddish purple, but my mother got me that one, so I'm definitely keeping that one. Then the last 2 that I have are both by the NYX brand, and they're gorgeous whenever they're used as an ombre pair, so I just have to keep both of these as well. So that is that. Go ahead and put these up. Next, we'll move on to the lipsticks that are already ombres. So one of them is the NYX brand, and it's got the lipsticks on either side so that you can kind of customize the colors that you get. So I'm definitely keeping this one. Then the next one is by Smashbox, and the very lightest shade that it has on here is too light for me. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. Okay, next up are my 3 that are kind of like lippy pencils and lippy sticks. I have one that's by NYX, and it's called Super Cliche in the shade Ovs, which I guess is obvious, and I'm gonna keep this one. It's a really pretty, somewhat nude purple, so I'm keeping that one. And then these 2 are a set, and they're from ColourPop, and they are in the shades Notion, and the other one is Nixed. I don't like this formula, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter both of these. Next up are my Ulta Beauty lip crayons. I love them all, and I haven't decided whether or not I want to just toss them or not. This one melts really easily, so I'll put it on and then a little while later it'll literally start to slide and shift and be super glossy and patchy. So I'm going to put this one in the toss pile, decluttered. And these 3 are a set, and I want to keep them together as of right now, so I'm going to keep all of these. Okay, next we will do these 3. they're my lipsticks, and they're in kind of nude-ish reds. I think these are by the brand Essence. I do really like this color, though I haven't used it yet. So I'm gonna pray that I use it, and I'll go ahead and keep it. I have used this one quite a bit. It's really beautiful and nice and dark, so I'm gonna keep this one. And the last one is Snow White by the NYX brand, and I don't really care for this one, so I am going to declutter this one. Then I have 3 soft matte lip creams by NYX, and I think I'm going to keep all 3 of these. I'll have to do a lip swatch and decide for sure, but as of right now, I'm keeping all 3 of them. Okay, and then I have a lip gloss by Ulta Beauty. It's in the color Rush. I don't really care for this, so I'm gonna declutter it. Then I have this lip topper from Jour Cosmetics in the color Rose Gold. I love this one. It smells like vanilla cake batter. It's super glossy. The only thing I don't like is it's very difficult to put on top of other lipsticks, but on its own, I love it, so I'm gonna keep this one. Alright, next up is my Love Stick lipstick in the shade Merlot. I haven't decided whether or not I want to keep this or get rid of it. It's a really nice, deep, dark red, and on the bottom, just like with the NYX brand and the Ulta brand and stuff, it does have a lip gloss in the bottom. So I'll just have to wait and see. As of right now, I'll be keeping this one. Okay, next up are these 3. These are all 3 in Ultra Matte Lip by ColourPop, and they came in a set. I'd like to keep them in their set, and because I love the middle one so much, I'm gonna go ahead and keep all 3 of them. This is also a ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip. It is in the shade Notion, which is the same shade as the lippy stick that I threw out earlier. I like this formula a lot better than the lippy stick, so I am going to keep this one. Then I have 3 Ultra Satin Testers, and they are in the shade Dopey, London Fog, and Strip. I love Dopey and London Fog, or no, excuse me, Dopey and Strip, but I don't really care for London Fog, so I'm going to keep Dopey and Strip and declutter London Fog. Next up, I have this Ulta 261 shade. It's a nice sandy shade, and I do love the way that this looks on my skin, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. Alright, then I have my collection of Maybelline. These 2 are the same shade, they're Naked Coral. This is my favorite shade of those brands of lipsticks, in the nude shades at least. It's a nice, soft, peachy tint almost with a nude lipstick. So I'm going to keep both of these sticks in the same shade. Then I have Maple Kiss, which I absolutely hate this lipstick. It looks great in the tube, but for some reason on my lips it looks so patchy and really dark in spots and super light in others. I don't know why. So I'm going to declutter this one. Then the last lipstick I have is Maybelline's Raw Chocolate. I can't decide if I want to keep this or declutter it, so as of right now, I'm going to be keeping it. It's a nice dark brown. Okay, so I have this really awesome thing from Ulta Beauty. It's a brush cleaner. It's awesome. I'm obviously going to keep this. I get so much use out of it. The center white one, you get it damp for your creams, and it takes the cream eyeshadow or blush or whatever you're using right off your brush. And then the outside sponge is just for your regular dry makeups. So most definitely keeping this. Next is my collection of unicorn brushes. I use most of them, but there are a few that I don't use very much. And my little sister was wanting a few of this style, so I'm going to go ahead and keep these. And I'm going to declutter these two out of that set and give them to her. Next up is my EcoTools double-ended eyeshadow brushes. I'm obsessed with these, most definitely keeping these. Next I have another EcoTools set, but I don't like it whatsoever. I love this brush. It's a really nice, big, fluffy, soft blush brush. But the others I don't like at all, and my little sister has ones like these, so I'll declutter these and give them to her. Next I have just a regular Icing brand angled brush, and I love this one for making eyeshadows just a little bit thicker around my lash line, so I'm keeping this. Alright, this one is the brush that goes with my gel eyeliner, so I'm obviously going to keep this one. Then this brush is actually a lip brush, so I'm going to keep this one just to be sure and line my lips perfectly with my liquid lipsticks. Both of these brushes I'm going to go ahead and declutter. They're soft, but I don't like them. And then this is a kit that I used to use all the time whenever I was first using makeup, and I lost one of the brushes. So I stopped using it. So I will go ahead and declutter this. This is all my collection of new makeup, and I bought some for my little sister as well, so we will be making another video of that with a haul, and I have plans for this Morphe palette and a dupe coming soon. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and sorry for there being like 4 months at a time that I didn't even upload a video. I'll work on that. See you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!